Hello Dillies, here we go for another record review. Passion of the Crates, DJ Stop. Check me out on Mixcloud/IamStop. What are we going to review today? We're going to review Fred Wesley. Fred Wesley of the JBs and the JBs, whatever. The JBs, if you didn't know already, were James Brown's band, basically. These were the players that played behind James Brown when he did his whole get up, get on up. That's what he did, but you know what I mean? James Brown, seminal, so influential to so many people in genres, not even way beyond hip hop. James Brown's band and himself were sampled in house music, like techno, all sorts, everything, all sorts of things. Check it. Fred Wesley was one of the horn players in the JBs, in the James Brown band. This particular album, Damn Right I'm Somebody, has been sampled way beyond whatever you might even think. If you're in any way into hip-hop whatsoever, you will have heard elements of this record because it's been sampled by Public Enemy, it's been sampled by KRS-One, it's been sampled by J5, it's been sampled by Eric Sermon, Redman, it's been sampled multiple times. This particular record is funky as hell. It's almost a definition of funk. If you were to look up funk in the dictionary, this album would be there. So back in the days of funk, there was basically two schools of funk. There was the James Brown or JB's type funk, which was super tight, super on point. Every note hit and it was just the groove, basically on the one all the time, yeah? And then there was the Parliament Funkadelic type funk, which was a lot looser, a lot more fluid, a lot more vibey or whatever. But I don't know if any of you guys out there have or have not seen the movie called Get On Up. It's called Get On Up. It's based on James Brown, and it kind of gives you a little bit of insight into the background of how they were as a band and how it all worked out, interrelationships between the band and between James Brown himself. But these guys decided, you know what, they had enough of them, they gotta go and do their own thing, and they came out with this album, Fred Wesley, JB's, seminal, in my opinion. This album, if you're a record collector in any way, for funk, for hip hop, for soul, this album needs to be in your collection. Take it, buy it. I actually bought this one in Japan. I don't know if I said that earlier. You can see down the side here, this little strip of thing. I bought this one in Japan. I went to go visit my cousin Nick. Shout out to Nick. We'll probably link his YouTube channel because he's an awesome artist. But yeah, bought this in Japan. Don't regret it. Awesome. If you're into funk in any particular way or sorts and you don't have this or you have never heard this album, when you do listen to it, it's going to blow your head. You heard what I said? Blow your head. Because that's the track. That is the track of this album that is sampled so many times. Okay, so side note, unfortunately for me, I've never actually witnessed Fred Wesley live, but another horn player for the JBs, Maceo Parker, I got to see him live in Wicklow, which is south of Dublin, where I'm from, and that was a show. That was an immense and amazing show. When you get to see funk legends play, because let's be honest, right? A lot of this funk was in the 70s, 80s even. These guys are aging, so they're not going to be around for a whole long amount of time. So if you get to see these guys, it's fantastic. Go see these guys. I saw Mr. Parker, I didn't see Fred Wesley, but I would love to. If I could see Fred Wesley live, that would make my life.